Hey guys, today, right now, it's 6/2, we're continuing with California. We left off here. Um, we were going through section by section through, the different parts of California. So this is, the section we reached, which is the Southern California, or LA County, I guess, Los Angeles. It says, take a stroll down the Walk of Fame, shop on Rodeo Drive, or go see a show with the family at the world-famous Kodak Theater. California African American Museum. On exhibit are artifacts from West Africa that represent the art, history, and culture of the region. You learn about African Americans, the Southern legacy, the Great Migration West, and the many contributions that African Americans made in opening the Western frontier. In Hollywood, Ripley's Believe It or Not, interested in the odd, abnormal, or flat out twisted. At Ripley's Believe It or Not Museum, you can see a collection of nearly 300 unusual and strange exhibits from all over the world. Entrance to Ripley's Believe It or Not. I'm showing here. La Brea Tar Pits. In the middle of the Miracle Mile district in Los Angeles are the La Brea Tar Pits. Thousands of years ago, the pits were much as they are today, sticky, hot, and bubbling. Small mammals, birds, and insects were trapped in the pits. Larger animals would step in and find their feet immediately sinking several inches below the surface. Many died there or were gobbled up by a passing predator. Experts think that at least 10 animals were caught every 30 years. For the last 100 years, researchers have been removing and studying ancient bones from these pits. The bones are protected by the asphalt, a tar-like substance which preserves them. Universal Studios Hollywood. In the mood for a theme park and the movies, Universal Studios combines both. Rides take you through some of your favorite movies, from Jaws and King Kong to Back to the Future. Take a tour through the back lots of the studios where some of today's blockbuster hits are filmed. Grauman's Chinese Theater. Since its gala opening in May 1927, millions of movie fans and visitors to Hollywood have been drawn to the theater. They come to be entertained and enthralled by the legendary theater. And it's home to the forecourt of stars, where you can try to fit your hands and feet in the concrete impressions made by Hollywood's most famous actors. Pasadena Rose Bowl Stadium, the location of the New Year's Tournament of Roses football game. The stadium has also earned its world-class reputation by hosting 5 NFL Super Bowls and lots of other memorable events over its 80-year history. Then the next section is the Inland Empire, which is more towards the center region. Whether you like baseball, shopping, swimming, or golfing, there's plenty to do in the Inland Empire region. San Bernardino has California Route 66 Museum. Here you'll find exhibits of the contemporary artwork of the main street of America. The museum boasts a collection of historic Route 66 signs, posters, postcards, and vintage cars. Riverside Marchfield Air Museum. This museum features exhibits depicting the history of March Air Force Base, 53 vintage aircraft, and memorabilia dating from World War I to the present. The next is more South Region, Orange County. Enjoy world-class shopping, amusement parks, Major League Baseball game, or learn to scuba dive or surf. Anaheim Angels. Take in a Major League Baseball game at Angels Stadium of Anaheim, home to the Angels. Disneyland Park, from Main Street, USA to Mickey's Toontown. This land of Magic Kingdom will bring fairy tales to life. Disneyland California Adventure Park. We fall into excitement and thrills. On the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror, step into the world of Disney animation and be part of many interactive animation shows. Laguna Beach. Glen E. Feder Ecological Reserve, Laguna Beach Underwater Park, and tide pools. Scuba divers and snorkelers, this is a place for you. A reserve for marine life, plants, game fish, shells, and rocks. A diver's paradise. This is Walt Disney, a magical man, quote unquote. Everybody knows the mouse ears and the name of the man who created them. Walt Disney was a pioneer, born 1901, in motion picture animation. His first Mickey Mouse cartoons appeared in 1928. His first feature-length films were Snow White, 1937, his first ever feature-length animated film. Then Pinocchio in 1938, then Bambi in 1942. In 1955, he opened Disneyland, the world's first theme park in Anaheim. Disney World in Orlando, Florida, opened in 1971. Today, the Walt Disney Company includes 11 theme parks, 39 hotels, 8 film studios, and 6 record labels, and 11 cable television networks. Walt Disney. Then, further south is San Diego. You can visit Shamu, the Star of SeaWorld. You can visit world-famous museums or enjoy a stroll along the coastline. San Diego Firehouse Museum. Here you learn about the importance of firefighting. And you can see exhibits of firefighting equipment from the 1800s. Fire trucks from the 1900s early. And a somber 9/11 tribute and memorial. Then the Maritime Museum of San Diego. The museum features one of the world's finest collection of historic ships, Star of India, which is the oldest active ship. The HMS Surprise from the Academy Award-winning film Master and Commander, and then the 1898 steam ferry Berkeley, the 1904 steam yacht Media, and the B-39 Soviet-era submarine. The SeaWorld, you'll see the black and white penguins and killer whales. And at SeaWorld, you can experience thrills of journey to Atlantis and the playful fun at Shamu's Happy Harbor. Killer Whale of SeaWorld, San Diego. I've been there. Legoland, enjoy more than 50 thrill rides, become a pirate on a galleon ship, pretend you're a firefighter, or charge into a tournament as a brave knight. All in a day's fun at Legoland. San Diego Zoo. What will you find at the San Diego Zoo? Giant pandas living in natural environment, rhinos, giraffes, giant pandas, they eat bamboo, gazelles, zebras, ostriches, creatures too numerous to list, on the Journey into Africa tour, the Center of Conservation and Research for Endangered Species, etc. San Diego de Alcala. Mission. San Diego is the oldest mission in California and the first link in the chain of missions that stretches 650 miles along the El Camino Real, or King's Highway. Check out these ideas. It says 1850 California, John Muir, 2005 Yosemite Valley, shown on the coin. A project you can do, it says make a diorama from 2 different time periods, illustrate the state, song, or build a California mission. Science, you can make an earthquake chart, map bird migrations, research important inventors and scientists from the state, or this is thinking about where you get sources. It says books, websites, DVDs can be additional sources of information. State's most important and influential people, contributions to state, the country, and the world. You can find fascinating facts about state symbols, land area, population statistics, weather, sports teams, and much more. You can look at timelines of what happened when, important events in the history of the state, etc. Shows what happened throughout the U.S. at the same time. So it says you can make presentations by picking 10 of California's most interesting natural landmarks. What geographical features make them unique? You can have a map showing their geographic locations and regions, photos, illustrations, tourist posters and brochures, web links, cool natural history facts, your own wow factor, geographic statistics, climate, weather, plant life, wildlife, recent discoveries. A link is you can go to is www.ca.gov to download and print maps and photos. Or you can call 800-GO-CALIF for a California Visitor's Guide magazine and brochure as reference. You can write a journal or diary. Trailblazing with Mountain Man James Beckworth or Jedediah Smith. Write a journal of your travels or journey. As a member of the Donner Party, who survives the deadly journey from Illinois to California by wagon train from 1846 to 1847. Write a westward survival guide for future travelers. As a participant in a boycott led by labor activist Cesar Chavez, you can write you can visit the United Farm Workers website at www.ufw, which stands for United Farm Workers.org, to find out about issues facing farm workers today. And you can write an editorial for your local paper or school paper, taking a pro or con position on an issue. So ufw.org. From 1999 to 2008, the U.S. Mint introduced new quarters commemorating each of the 50 states in order that they were admitted to the Union. Each state's quarter features a unique design on its back or reverse. Research the significance of each image, who designed the quarter, who chose the final design, and design your own California quarter. What images would you choose? For the reverse, make a poster showing the California quarter and label each image. The State Quarter Project. You can create a diorama. Create a two-sided diorama. One side shows the original site of the La Brea tar pits thousands of years ago with animals trapped in the goo. The other side shows what's there now, the busy Miracle Mile district in Los Angeles that's home to the Tar Pits Museum. You can visit the link www.tarpits.org for more information on the La Brea Tar Pits. You can call and see if you can interview a scientist or paleontologist. You can illustrate the lyrics to the state songs, I Love You, California. You can use markers, paints, photos, collage, colored pencils, or computer graphics to illustrate the lyrics to I Love You, California. Turn your illustrations into a picture book and scan them into a presentation and add music. You can build a mission. Here's some great resources. You can read a book called Projects and Layouts by Nelson Libby and Carrie A. Cornell. In parentheses, California Mission. It's the book's name. Projects and Layouts, California Mission. From Minneapolis, 98 learner. Website, californiamissions.com. Internet trail, www.eustd4kids.org/mission_trail/mission_trail.html. California Missions Interactive at www.tsoft.net/cmi/index.html #buttons. Okay. Then California Mission History at www.californiamissions.com/morehistory. Mission building supplies, Pacific Coast Floral and Craft Supply at www.createamission.com or at HobbyLink, www.hobbylink, link is with a C, httm://hcm/hca/1902oh.htm. I don't know where they come up with these obscure web links. Okay. So those are some links for references. Graph earthquakes. You can read about California earthquakes, research the strongest quakes that have hit the state. You can create a graph showing the seismic impact of these quakes. You can create a map to show their location. California can have many small earthquakes per day. The U.S. Geological Survey, USGS, has a site that updates the exact location and intensity of each quake in 24/7. So you can search, it's called U.S. Geological Survey, or USGS. There's a website, neis.gov/states_event/states_California.html to see if a quake occurred in California today and where. Make a graph of your findings over the course of the month. What fault lines are they near? Based on your findings, what quake predictions can you make? Go to earthquake.usgs.gov/shake-map for other cool information about quakes and shake maps. Write a letter or report. Think about some of the explorers and scientists and inventors, and choose one or two you'd like to meet. From blue jeans maker Levi Strauss to James Marshall, who discovered gold at Sutter's Mill, to seismologist Katie Ike, to computer whizzes Steve Jobs, Steve Wozniak. Write a letter detailing why their discovery or scientific and technological achievements will continue to touch the lives of generations to come. Track endangered species. Using your knowledge of California's wildlife, research what animals and plants are endangered or threatened. Find out what the state is doing to protect these species. Chart known populations of the animals and plants, and report on changes in certain geographical areas. U.S. Fish and Wildlife site is at http://ecos.fws.gov/tess_public/state listing. Oh my god, it's long. .do status listed and state equals California CA, or other California specific sites such as www.endangeredspecies SPECIE, that's how they spelled it, .com/states/ca.htm. These links don't make any sense and the spelling's all off, but yeah, good luck. So for sources, so it says primary sources can be actual words from someone's journal, diary, letter, autobiography, or interview, including maps, prints, photographs, cartoons, news, film footage, posters, first-person newspaper articles, drawings, musical scores, and recordings. So those are called primary sources. Secondary sources are what you find in encyclopedias, textbooks, articles, biographies, almanacs. These are written by a person or group of people who tell about something that happened to someone else. Secondary sources recount what another person said or did. This book is an example of a secondary source. So it says, check the library catalog for collections of primary sources like original writings, government documents, musical scores, and so on. Some may be on microfilm. Library Congress website, www.loc.gov. Stands for Library of Congress, LOC. Excellent online source for primary source materials. Historical societies are organizations keeping historical documents, photographs, and other materials. Staff can help you find what you're looking for. History museums are also great places for primary sources. Internet has sites that have primary sources you can download and use in projects or assignments. This is showing, it says Santa Fe, California. And then there's a timeline here from 1500 through 2007. 1542, Juan Rodriguez Cabrillo explores San Diego Bay. 1565, Spanish Admiral Pedro Menendez de Aviles found St. Augustine, Florida, the oldest continually occupied European settlement in the continental U.S. In 1579, Francis Drake claims California for England. In 1602, Sebastian Vizcaino urges Spain to colonize California. 1607, first permanent English settlement established in North America at Jamestown. 1769, Junipero Serra establishes first mission of California. In 1776, Spanish settlers from Mexico reached the site of present-day San Francisco. Also, the 13 American colonies declared their independence from Britain, making the beginning of the Revolutionary War. 1803, the Louisiana Purchase almost doubles the size of the U.S. In 1812, Russian fur traders built Fort Ross. In 1812 to 15, U.S. and Britain fight the War of 1812. 1821, California becomes part of Mexico. 1830, Indian Removal Act forces Eastern Native American groups to relocate west of the Mississippi River. 1841, first organized group of U.S. settlers reach California by land. 1846, the bear flag of California is raised over Sonoma. 1846 to 48, U.S. fights a war with Mexico over Western territories in the Mexican War. 1848, gold is discovered at Sutter's Mill in present-day Coloma. In 1848, also Women's Right Convention meets in New York, Seneca Falls. And then 1849, gold rush begins. 1850, California becomes a state. 1868, U.S. Congress approves the 14th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution granting citizenship to African Americans. 1887, population growth causes a land boom in Southern California. In 1906, a major earthquake and fire potentially destroy San Francisco. 1915, expositions in San Diego and San Francisco marked the opening of Panama Canal. United States in 17 and 18 is involved in World War I. In the 1920 19th Amendment to U.S. Constitution grants women the right to vote. 1924, Japanese immigration is ended. 37, construction of the Golden Gate Bridge is completed. Okay, 41 to 45, U.S. engages in World War II. 42, President Franklin D. Roosevelt authorizes the removal of all people of Japanese descent along the west coast to internment camps. Harsh. In 45, the UN Charter is adopted in San Francisco. 51 to 53, United States engages in Korean War. 63, California becomes the most populous state. 64, U.S. engages in Vietnam War. 75, migrant farm workers obtain the right to collective bargaining. 75, okay, and then 84, Summer Olympic Games are held in LA. And then 88, the U.S. Congress approves the payment of monetary compensation to Japanese Americans interned during World War II. 89, an earthquake strikes San Francisco, Oakland, and San Jose. 91, U.S. and other nations fight brief Persian War against Iraq. 94, strong earthquake strikes LA. 1, terrorists hijack 4 U.S. aircraft and crash them into World Trade Center, the Pentagon in Washington, D.C., and a Pennsylvania field, killing thousands. 2003, Arnold Schwarzenegger elected governor when Gray Davis is recalled from office. In 2003, United States and coalition forces invade Iraq. San Francisco in 2007, first woman becomes Speaker of the House. Okay, some words. Abolitionist is a person who works to end slavery. Adobe, bricks made of sun-dried clay, also a house made with these bricks. Amendments, changes to a law or legal document. Appeal, a legal proceeding in which court is asked to change the decision of a lower court. Boycotts, refusals, usually planned by a group to buy certain products or use certain services. Chaparral, a thicket of dense shrubs and small trees. Charter, a basic set of rules. Colony, a territory claimed by the country that settles it. Conifers, trees that bear cones. Constitution, a written document that contains all the governing principles of a state or country. Dormant, not active at present, but could be active at future time. Fugitive, a person who tries to flee or escape. Great Depression. An economic downturn in U.S. history, 1929 through 39, when many people lost their jobs and suffered financial difficulties. Incorporated, recognized as a self-governing entity. Internment camps, places where large groups of people are confined, usually during a war. Lava, fiery melted rock. Legislature, the lawmaking body for a state or country. Missions, places where people teach their religion to others. Rituals, religious ceremonies or social customs. Strikes, organized refusals to work. Tallow, hard fat from the bodies of cattle or other animals. And transcontinental, crossing an entire continent or landmass between oceans. So tallow is used to make soap. State symbols. California got statehood as the 31st state in September 9, 1850. It was named by Spanish explorers after California, the mythical island paradise in Garcia Rodriguez de Montalvo's 16th century book, Sergas de Esplandian, The Exploits of Esplandian. And the capital is Sacramento, nickname Golden State, state motto Eureka, or I have found it, state bird California Valley Quail, state fish trout, golden trout, flower golden poppy, state rock serpentine, state gem benitoite, state song I Love You California. California redwood is the tree, the state fossil saber-toothed cat, state insect California a dog-faced butterfly, state fair Sacramento in August. Area is 163 miles square. It's the third largest in the U.S. Land rank, third largest. Okay. Water, 7,736 square miles, sixth most. Inland water, 2,674 square miles. Coastal waters, 222 square miles. Territorial water, 4,841 square miles. Okay, geographic center, Madera County. Latitude, highest point, Mount Whitney, 14,505 feet. Lowest point, Death Valley, 282 feet below sea level. That's the lowest point. That's in California. Largest city, LA. Number of counties, 58. Longest river, Sacramento River. Population, 36 million people. It's the most populated in the U.S. Density, 223 persons per square mile in the average. Population distribution, 94% urban, 6% rural. White persons, 77%. Asian, 12%. Black, 6%. American Indian, Alaska Native, 1.2%. Native Hawaiian, other Pacific Islander, 0.4%. Two or more races, 2.4%. Persons of Hispanic, 35%. White persons, not Hispanic, 43%. Looks like they're putting Hispanics and whites together. I don't know why. Okay, I don't know. It says Hispanics may be of any race, so they're included in applicable race categories. Okay, so weather, record high 134 at Greenland Ranch in 1913. Record low minus 45 at Boca in 1973. Average temperatures, I think we've done this. Then let's see the golden trout. Oopsies. That's the state seal. Yearly precipitation, LA 13 inches, San Francisco 20 inches. Temperature, LA 57, January, and 49 in San Francisco. In July, 69 in LA, 63 in San Francisco. State song, I Love You, California. California's official state song, written by S.B. Silverwood, a LA merchant, put to music by Alfred Frankenstein, a former conductor for the LA Symphony Orchestra. It was the official song of expositions held in San Francisco and San Diego in 1915, and played abroad the first ship to go through the Panama Canal in 1951, the state legislature passed a resolution designating it as the California state. It says, I love you, California, you're the greatest state of all. I love you in the winter, summer, spring, and in fall. I love your fertile valleys, your dear mountains I adore. I love your grand old ocean, and I love her rugged shore. Where the snow-crowned golden Sierras keep their watch o'er the valleys bloom, it is there I would be in our land by the sea, every breeze bearing rich perfume. It is here nature gives of her rarest. It is home, sweet home to me, and I know when I die I shall breathe my last sigh for my sunny California. I love your redwood forests, love your fields of yellow grain. I love your summer breezes, and I love your winter rain. I love you, land of flowers, land of honey, fruit, and wine. I love you, California, you have won this heart of mine. I love your old gray missions, love your vineyards stretching far. I love you, California, with your Golden Gate ajar. I love your purple sunsets, love your skies of azure blue. I love you, California, I just can't help loving you. I love you, California, you're very dear to me. I love you, Tamalpais, and I love Yosemite. I love you, land of sunshine, half your beauties are untold. I love you in my childhood, and I love you when I'm old. That's very beautiful. California's 8 national parks are among the most visited in the nation, including Yosemite National Park, Redwood National Park, Joshua Tree National Park, Kings Canyon National Park, Death Valley National Park, and Sequoia National Park. Point Reyes National Seashore is about 40 miles from San Francisco. And 5 national monuments are in California, including Lava Beds National Monument, which is home to 500 underground lava tube caves. National Historic Trails. 4 historic trails cross parts of California, including California National Historic Trail, which follows a portion of the 5,500-mile route that pioneers and gold miners took to the west. San Francisco Maritime National Historic Park has a fine collection of historic vessels, a library, and a maritime museum. California is home to 4 national historic sites, including Manzanar National Historic Site, which is the site of the Manzanar Relocation Center where persons of Japanese heritage were interned during World War II. California has 3 national recreation areas, including Golden Gate National Recreation Area, one of the world's largest urban parks. Both the Presidio Strategic Military Location for the U.S. Navy and Alcatraz Island are in the Bay Area. California has 18 national forests covering 20 million acres. California's state park system includes more than 270 sites. Largest is Anza Borrego Desert State Park, which covers 600,000 acres of desert and mountains. Humboldt Redwoods State Park is perhaps the best known of the state parks that preserve stands of redwood trees. Humboldt Redwoods. California has 8 state forests and Anza Borrego Desert. NCAA teams, Division I. It's a bunch of them. California Polytechnic State University Mustangs, California State University Fresno Bulldogs, California State University Fullerton Titans, California State University Northridge Matadors, and California State University Sacramento Hornets, Long Beach State University 49ers, Loyola Marymount University Lions, Pepperdine University Waves, St. Mary's College Gales, San Diego State University Aztecs, San Jose State University Spartans, Santa Clara University Broncos, Stanford University Cardinal, University of California, Berkeley Golden Bears, Davis Aggies, Irvine Anteaters, LA Bruins, Riverside Highlanders, Santa Barbara Gauchos, University of Pacific Tigers, University of San Diego Toreros, University of San Francisco Dons, University of Southern California Trojans. Professional sports teams. Major League Baseball, Anaheim Angels, Los Angeles Dodgers, Oakland Athletics, San Diego Padres, and San Francisco Giants. Women's National Basketball Association, LA Sparks and Sacramento Monarchs. Major League Soccer, LA Galaxy, National Basketball Association, Golden State Warriors, LA Clippers, LA Lakers, Sacramento Kings. National Football League, Oakland Raiders, San Diego Chargers, San Francisco 49ers. Hockey, LA Kings, San Jose Sharks, Mighty Ducks of Anaheim. San Diego Chargers, Okay, libraries. Bancroft Library, University of California, Berkeley, California State Library in Sacramento, Library of California Historical Society in San Francisco have all important collections on California history. San Francisco Public Library and LA Public Library are the state's most extensive public library systems. And then the museums are California African American Museum in LA, explores history, culture, and art of African Americans in the western U.S. California Science Center in LA, West Coast's largest hands-on science center. Chinese American Museum in LA highlights contributions of Chinese Americans. Crocker Art Museum in Sacramento. And then J. Paul Getty Museum in Malibu. And M.H.D. Young Memorial Museum in San Francisco all have important artworks. Henry E. Huntington Library and Art Gallery in San Marino contains extensive collections of European art, furniture, and porcelain. LA County Museum of Art, or LACMA, is the largest art museum in the western U.S. And universities and colleges. In 2006, California had 141 public and 209 private institutions of higher learning. The UC California UC system includes 10 campuses, more than 209,000 students, and 170 faculty and staff. CSU, 23 campuses, 417 students, 1,000 students, 46,000 faculty. Events. January through March, Chinese New Year celebration in San Francisco and LA. Whiskey Flates in Kernville. And Swallows return to San Juan Capistrano in March. April and June, Aleutian Goose Festival in Crescent City in April. Northern California Cherry Blossom Festival in San Francisco. April. High Desert Arts Festival in Ridgecrest. Long Beach Grand Prix, Graduate Days Bird Migration Festival in Arcata. Red Bluffs Roundup in Red Bluffs. Stockton Asparagus Festival, Calaveras County Fair and Jumping Frog Jubilee in Angels Camp in May. Cinco de Mayo in LA, Kinetic Sculpture Race from Arcata to Ferndale. Oakdale Chocolate Festival, Sacramento Jazz Jubilee, Salinas Valley Fair in King City, Strawberry Festival in Galt, Semana Nautica, a summer sports festival in Santa Barbara, June through July. In July, California World Fest in Grass Valley, Fortuna Rodeo, Mozart Festival in San Luis Obispo, Santa Barbara National Horse Show, Shakespeare Santa Cruz, July through August, Scottish Games and Celtic Festival in Monterey, early August, Old Spanish Days Fiesta in Santa Barbara, early August, State Fair in Sacramento, August through September, African Marketplace and Cultural Fair in LA, August through September, Lodi Grape Festival and Harvest Fair in September, Long Beach Blues Festival in September. Monterey Jazz Festival, September. Stater Brothers Route 66 Rendezvous in San Bernardino. Oktoberfest at Big Bear Lake, mid-September to late October. October-December, Clown Festival in Pismo Beach in October. Lone Pine Film Festival, October. Christmas Boat Parade, Newport Beach in December. Christmas Festival, Lights in Fortuna in December. Ansel Adams, some biographical. Ansel Adams, 1902 to 84, was a photographer famous for his dramatic black and white photos of the American West, especially the Sierra Nevada and Yosemite Valley. He was born in San Francisco. Katie Aki, who did. Luis Walter Alvarez, born in 1911, was a physicist at the UC Berkeley. Alvarez won a 1986 Nobel Prize in Physics, born in San Francisco. Maya Angelou, born in 28, known for poetry and autobiographical writing, including I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, before she became a successful author. She tried many jobs, born in Missouri. As a teen, she was San Francisco's first ever African-American cable car conductor. Judith Baca, from 46, a Mexican-American artist, activist, professor, responsible for the Great Wall of LA, the longest mural in the world. Patricia Bass, 42, skilled surgeon and inventor. One of her patented medical inventions, laser, used to remove cataracts, save the eyesight of many people. James Beckworth, Susan Billy, Shirley Temple Black, Tom Bradley, we did. Sam Brannan made a small fortune, 1819, born during gold rush by selling supplies to people mining for gold. Luther Burbank was the man with the proverbial green thumb, born 1849, grew up on a farm in Massachusetts and went to California in 1875 and set up a plant nursery. Over the course of his life, he developed almost 400 new species of fruits, vegetables, grasses, and flowers. Cesar Chavez, we did. Margaret Cho, award-winning stand-up comic and writer. Born in San Francisco. Louis Amelia Knapp Smith Clapp, one of the few women to live in California mining camp, 1819, born in 1851, began writing letters full of humor, great detail about camp life. Coolio, 63, born, musician, best-known hits, Gangster Paradise, born in Compton as artist Leon Ivy Jr. After his friends call him Coolio after the singer Julio Iglesias. Leonardo DiCaprio, 74, born, actor who starred in Titanic in 97, in The Aviator in 2004, and other films, born in Hollywood. Joe DiMaggio, baseball legend, born in 1914, New York Yankee. His 56-game hitting streak in 41 was the longest in history. He was born in Martinez. Then Walt Disney, we did. Yan No Cook Do, 1941, born was a Vietnamese immigrant, began publishing the Ngo Viet Daily newspaper in 78 for people who were adjusting to life in their new country. Now 70,000 people read it each day throughout the U.S. Amelia Earhart, 87, born, aviator, first woman to fly solo across the Atlantic Ocean. Born in Kansas, learned to fly in California. And Frank Epperson, from 1894, born from Oakland, invented the popsicle in 1905. He was just 11 years old. Jaime Escalante, we did. March Fong Yu, in 1922, born, third-generation Californian, started out running for a seat on the local school board and ended up being elected California State Secretary of State. Diane Fossey studied behavior of gorillas, born 1932, in the mountain forest of Rwanda. She was born in San Francisco. Robert Frost, born 1874, leading American poet, winner of 4 Pulitzer Prizes for poetry. Stopping by Woods on a Snowy Evening, one of his famous poems. Frost was born in San Francisco. Jerry Garcia, guitarist and lead singer in the rock band The Grateful Dead, born 1942 in San Francisco. Muslim Wister Gibbs, we did. Allen Ginsberg, 1926, San Francisco poet who was part of Beat Generation. And Charles Ginsberg, born 1920, led the research team that developed the first videotape recorder, led to TV studios switching from live to recorded shows. Ginsberg was born in San Francisco. You know what, we're going to pause and continue, if that's okay. Thank you guys. My page will have a little section for the ending of this book, which is like really short. My page is facebook.com, YosAllPlay. So I'll see you guys later, I guess. YosAllPlay, YosAllPlay. Thank you.